Get ready for explosive news. 6 major business groups, including the Korea Enterprises Federation and the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry, have issued a joint statement demanding that the Samsung Electronics Union immediately withdraw its planned general strike. They are warning that this action could trigger massive disruptions across industrial ecosystems, both in South Korea and globally, and they are demanding a resolution through immediate dialogue. Like Samsung and Intel. Plus, discover how Hanwha Semitech is stepping up to supply advanced packaging equipment for SpaceX-linked chip production, signaling a major evolution in the industry. And finally, we switch gears to the sports world. The Samsung Lions players are celebrating a Grand Slam victory against the LG Twins, while the Hanwha Eagles celebrate their win over the KT Wiz. We cover the latest from the KBO as the Samsung Lions and Hanwha Eagles vie for the top spot in the regular season. Stay locked in for all the updates. South Korean business groups have urgently called on the Samsung Electronics Union to abandon its planned general strike, warning that such action could trigger severe economic repercussions extending far beyond the company itself. 6 major business organizations, including the Korea Enterprises Federation and the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry, issued a joint statement on May 18 urging the union to resolve the dispute through dialogue. The group stressed that a strike at this critical juncture, amid surging demand for AI chips and a memory market upcycle, represents a historic opportunity that, if squandered, could cost the nation a major economic advantage. They highlighted significant safety risks, noting that halting the continuous operation of chip fabrication lines could lead to mass wafer disposal, equipment damage, and potential chemical leaks. Furthermore, the business community cautioned about the ripple effect on the entire industrial ecosystem. They warned that a full-scale strike would directly impact thousands of small and mid-sized partner companies in the semiconductor materials, parts, and equipment sector, potentially causing factory shutdowns and job insecurity due to existing inflationary and economic pressures. The groups also strongly criticized the union's performance-pay demands, estimating them at approximately 45 trillion won, $32.06 billion, more than 4 times the total shareholder dividends projected for 2025. They argued that such a payout would severely undermine the company's capacity for sustainable investment and future competitiveness, noting that profit distribution decisions are typically managed by the board. If the strike proceeds, the business leaders asserted that the government must immediately invoke emergency arbitration powers. They projected that a strike could cause a direct drop in South Korea's semiconductor exports, worsen the trade balance, and lead to tax revenue shortfalls. Moreover, given Samsung Electronics' 25% stake in the Kospi benchmark, they warned that losses would inevitably drag down the broader index, accelerate foreign investor outflows, and sharply weaken the nation's capital market. The business community pledged active support for Samsung Electronics to navigate the crisis through mature labor management relations, emphasizing the need to maintain the company's role as a key driver of South Korea's global economic growth. Samsung Electronics operations are mandated to be maintained at regular levels by a recent court ruling. The decision comes amidst ongoing labor management discussions at the company. Choi Seung-ho, the head of Samsung Electronics' largest labor union, was in attendance at the second post-mediation meeting held in Sejong on May 18. This ruling signifies a critical directive regarding the operational status of the electronics giant, underscoring the importance of maintaining consistent production and business levels. TSMC's dominance in the artificial intelligence chip manufacturing sector is encountering significant strain as major industry players actively explore foundry alternatives. Driven by escalating AI demand, rising production costs, and increasing geopolitical uncertainties, customers are aggressively prioritizing supply chain resilience by testing competitors like Samsung, Intel, and others. AMD's strategic shift to 2nm technology with Samsung has already begun to erode TSMC's leading position in the AI chip landscape, prompting giants such as AMD, Tesla, Google, and NVIDIA to diversify their supplier base. However, current challenges at Samsung and Intel, specifically related to yield stability and production consistency, are currently limiting any immediate, large-scale disruption to TSMC's market share. Meanwhile, the demand surge is creating complex customer strategies. Apple, Qualcomm, and other firms are adopting a segmented approach, maintaining reliance on TSMC for flagship, leading-edge AI and networking chips, while exploring Intel or Samsung for lower-tier or less critical components. This selective diversification highlights the continued bottleneck imposed by TSMC's constrained capacity for advanced technologies. In related developments, Intel is positioning itself for a resurgence. Under CEO Lip-Bu the company is leveraging U.S. manufacturing expansion, attracting former TSMC talent, and deepening ties with Taiwanese suppliers. This emergence as a viable alternative in foundry services is creating new opportunities for Taiwan's semiconductor ecosystem, while simultaneously reducing overall industry dependency on a single manufacturer. Beyond chip fabrication, the packaging and power sectors are also seeing major shifts. Hanwha Semitech is preparing to supply advanced FOPLP packaging equipment for SpaceX-linked chip production in late 2026, expanding its expertise into back-end packaging crucial for AI and satellite semiconductors. Concurrently, Cient Semiconductors is pivoting towards intelligent power solutions for AI infrastructure, strengthening its capabilities in power management and targeting Taiwan as a key partner for manufacturing and IP. Analysts note that while Intel's potential partnership with Apple could serve as a significant validation for its turnaround strategy, overcoming existing hurdles, including yield consistency and cost competitiveness against TSMC, remains the critical challenge for Intel Foundry. Looking ahead, industry observers, such as Lam Research, suggest that India's path to semiconductor integration lies not just in building fabs, but in cultivating precision equipment suppliers, engineering talent, and robust ecosystem readiness to support global supply chains. The KBO League is heating up as both the KT Wiz and the Samsung Lions vie for the top position during a crucial series. The competition is intensifying with key matchups shaping the league standings. Recent highlights underscore the competitive nature of the season. Samsung Lions players celebrated a significant moment following Jeong Byung-woo's grand slam against the LG Twins during a regular season game on May 12th at Jamsil Baseball Stadium in Songpa District, southern Seoul. Meanwhile, the Hanwha Eagles secured a decisive 10-5 victory over the KT Wiz in their regular season game on May 16th at KT Wiz Park in Suwon, Gyeonggi. This win boosts the Eagles' momentum in the league. The ongoing series between these top contenders promise thrilling action as teams fight for supremacy in the KBO.